Hello students, today we will be discussing diffraction of light. We have two types of diffraction, Fresnel and Fraunhofer. In our CBSE curriculum we have Fraunhofer diffraction where the wavefront is planar. That means the source of light is very far away. Let us say this is my rays which are coming, parallel rays, and when they pass through a slit, the rays are still parallel, so there is no question of diffraction. And if I make the slit of the order of wavelength, so this light bends from the corner. So in the second case, this case, diffraction occurs. So we will be studying this diffraction and this type of diffraction, that is Fraunhofer diffraction. For diffraction to be pronounced, size of slit must be of the order of wavelength of light. If size of slit / aperture or aperture is of the order of wavelength of light, diffraction will be pronounced, diffraction will be noticeable. It happens in all types of waves, may it be sound waves, may it be light waves, may it be any other type of waves, like the waves that formed in water also, in all type of waves. Now let's understand single slit diffraction experiment. Single slit diffraction experiment. Initially, let us say we have a source, and to make planar wavefront, what I do, I am keeping the source on the focus of a convex lens. So this lens is making the rays parallel. So the wavefront here, in this case, again this wavefront AB is planar. It also means all the points which are on AB are in same phase, because in case of wavefront, all the points do lie on a same phase, they are in same phase. And again, let's assume that this is a slit or aperture through which the wavefront is passing, and after that it is going to diffract. So to focus the diffraction pattern on the screen, we are using another convex lens like this. This convex lens will focus the diffraction pattern formed on the screen, and this is my screen. Now let's understand this. Let us say this is my wavefront AB, and let me divide the wavefront in two equal parts, AC and CB. These all points are lying on a same phase, and they are reaching the origin, center of the screen. There is no path difference between this and this ray. Similarly, for every point here, we have a point in the lower half. Since all the points are in same phase, so you get bright band over here, or you get constructive interference over here. Now let's understand कि if these rays are diffracted, now Now they have bent, and we are trying to get them here through this lens. Now all the points which are meeting at point P, all the points which are meeting here at P, they are not in same phase. They may or may not be in same phase. Let us say we have a formation of dark band over here. So in that case, the points are not in same phase. So in that case, your phase difference will be, it can be calculated by drawing a perpendicular over here. This is n, this angle is theta, this angle is theta. This is A cos theta, and this is A sin theta. So my part difference is A sin theta. And let me divide this, let us say the points which I am getting over here from A to B, which are reaching P, they do have a part difference of lambda. Part difference of lambda means a complete wave whose first half is crest, upper half is crest, and let us say lower half is trough. For just understanding purpose, we assume this. Now, for every point here whose amplitude is in the upward direction, we have the same point here whose amplitude is in the downward direction. So this wave will be cancelled out by this wave. This wave, the upper wave, will be cancelled out by lower wave, resulting in zero intensity. Zero intensity means you have got dark band. As we move further upward, here part difference is 0. In this case, part difference is lambda for first dark band. As we move up, there is a point. Let us say this is your dark band, this is your dark band. Now you get your bright band, your next bright band, first maximum at this point. Here your part difference is 3 lambda by 2, because as we are moving up away from the center of the screen, my part difference is increasing gradually. Now 3 lambda by 2 means this type of 3 halves. You have 2 crest and let us say 1 trough. So now this part, when these all the points on this wave of length 3 lambda by 2, they get superimposed on each other. So this half will be cancelled out by this half, and the intensity will be due to only this part. This intensity, obviously it is due to only 1/3 of the portion of light which is coming from AB. So obviously this intensity will be very less in comparison to this, and this intensity of this part will be approximately I0 upon 21. Intensity here is I0, where I0 is the intensity at this point. We have a direct relation of this intensity depending upon this value theta, which depends on this value theta. This is an approximate calculation, not a exact calculation, but yes, we can understand this is I0 by 21. In some books you will get I0 by 23, 24 and so on. But this is an approximate calculation, and through which we can know that this intensity is very low in comparison to intensity of central band. The same type of pattern you will find in the lower part, dark band, bright band. Again, we can see this width is half in comparison to this width. This is exactly half. Because there is a point of part difference lambda by 2 lying here, and lambda by 2 is not a dark band, it is not a bright band also, it is not a portion which is the brightest, not the darkest, it is a portion with some intermediate brightness. As you are moving from this part, center of the screen, to away in the upper direction, the brightness is decreasing gradually and it becomes 0 at this point. So the intermediate point, there is no need to consider that. The same pattern will be in the downward direction. Again, if you move in the upward direction, the board is not visible. Again dark, and then you have bright. Here you have part difference 3 lambda by 2. This is your part difference. And there here you have part difference of 2 lambda. 2 lambda means 2 crest and 2 troughs. They will be cancelled out. Now this is bright band. Here part difference is 5 lambda. 5 lambda by 2, 2.5 lambda. So 2 troughs and 2 crests, they are cancelled out, and the intensity is only due to this part, which is again approximately I naught by 63, again very less. So as you are moving away from the screen, the intensity decreases gradually. After this point, there is very less chances of the pattern to be seen, because the intensity decreases to I naught by 121, then I naught by 365, and so on. So the intensity is very low intensities, they are not generally visible to us. Now let us say if I am going to calculate the width of central bright band, so width of central bright band will be this y plus this y. The width of central bright band will be equal to 2y. Beta central will be equal to 2y. Distance between two successive dark bands on either side of central maximum. Again, y, and let us say this distance is d. Tan theta approximately equal to theta, that is equal to y upon d. A sin theta for first dark band is equal to, part difference is a sin theta. For first dark band it is equal to lambda. So a sin theta is equal to lambda, sin theta approximately equal to theta, that is equal to lambda by a. So these two values are same. Comparing them, we get y upon d equal to lambda upon a, y is equal to lambda d upon a, and beta for central band 2y 2 lambda d upon a. Right, students? Okay. Thank you so much for watching the video. Again, do like and comment below your doubts, and do like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.